and gentlemen, welcome to Talking with 3D. You know what day it is. I am Derek Durrell Dixon, your host, and I'm so excited to be here with you today. I have a very exciting guest. I'm so happy to have her on board with me today. It's going to be Karla Davis Luster, and she's going to be on shortly. We're going to be talking about her book. We're going to be talking about relationships. I'm going to find some information out just for me to find out why I'm messed up in my relationships. So hopefully she'll be able to coach me and tell me what's going on, and also with you. So therefore, as you're watching the show, if you have questions, anything that you want to know, make sure that you ask those questions because we're going to try to get them out to you. But before we get started, we bring Karla on. I just want to tell you about a couple of things that are going to be going on in the Baltimore area, right here in Baltimore, Maryland. We have Stop the Runway for Autism. It's coming up October 23rd at 2900 Liberty Heights Avenue at the Palladium Building. You don't want to miss this show. It's a fashion show, but it's also bringing you autism awareness. We have the top designers, we have top models, we have speakers, we have some guest appearances that are going to be there. So again, you don't want to miss it. All you have to do is go to Eventbrite, type in Stop the Runway for Autism to get your tickets. Or you can contact me, go on my website page, www.the3dfoundation.com, and you can find out information. Also, November 6th, the stage play Wounded. We have an all-star cast. November 6th, you can go to the stage play Wounded. Also, go to Eventbrite. All you have to do is type in the word Wounded. It will give you all the information. It's going to start at 4 o'clock. Doors open at 3:30. You have to be there on time because as a 3D production, we always start on time. So make sure, again, October 23rd, be there for Stop the Runway for Autism. November 6th, the stage play Wounded. It was written, directed, and produced by none other by me, Derek Durrell Dixon. So listen, we're going to be bringing back our guest here. We're going to be bringing her up here. Karla Davis Luster is in the house again. I am so honored to have her on the show, Talking with 3D. But right now, we're going to take a quick commercial break. Don't you go anywhere because you are going to want to make sure that you are here to get all this great information. We'll see you right back real quick because this is Real Talk for real people. The 3D Foundation is a 501c3 nonprofit organization that brings awareness to autism by special events and community events like Stop the Runway for Autism. We also specialize in health and wellness services, advocacy services, clothing and school supplies, food for families in need. Be a part and make a donation now at www.the3dfoundation.org.
What the hell are you doing?
I've been to the bank. Thank you. Thank you for thinking of your children.
Everybody out.
Yes, out, out.
You will come into my office and start throwing some tantrum because you can't finish what you started.
What am I supposed to do for money?
I gave you the house, now sell it.
I hate you.
I'm really sorry to hear that, Bernadine. But I'm not playing games with you anymore.
Who do you think started this damn company, huh?
Let's not start that again, all right?
And now you think you can just take the money and run?
Business hasn't been good for years, but don't you worry about it. You'll get what's coming to you.
Hell, I'm not worried. You, on the other hand, should be.
And ladies and gentlemen, we are back with Talking with 3D. My name is Derek Dixon, your host, right here on the IOM Television Network. I have none other than Miss Karla Davis Luster is my guest today. Miss Davis Luster, how are you doing today?
I am doing well, and thank you. And I really appreciate this opportunity, Derek. So I'm just really overjoyed to be here.
Well, you don't know how I am overjoyed. I am so honored and so pleased to have you here and just to talk to you about everything that you're doing, the book. Reading over your bio and stuff, you're just like going, oh my gosh, this woman is doing everything. And it's, you know what, I think it's so important that we always make sure that people, a lot of people always say, we brag on ourselves. we should brag on ourselves, because when you work hard, you deserve all the accolades, everything that you do. You should be known as an entrepreneur, known as an author, and as a businesswoman. You need to be known as all that. And today, I just want to share with the world who you are, what you do. And of course, I know the world already knows you, but on my platform, they finally get to know you on my platform. So I, again, am just so excited to have you on my show. Listen, I'm just going to just read a little bit about Karla, and then you can tell us some more about yourself. But I know that you are in Chicago, correct?
Yes, I am the Windy City.
The Windy City, yes.
The
So
Windy City.
she is also a force to be reckoned with as the founder and the CEO of EKK Ventures, LLC. She owns and operates a UPS store in the downtown South Loop area. Karla is also the founder of Building a Circle of Friends, known as BACOF. This is an organization, is a network, and hosts events for entrepreneurs and professionals in the Chicagoland area. Also has a knack for creating space for opportunities for people to connect professionals and socializing. Also, I read this about Miss Karla, that she is a wife, proud mother of 2 young adult children. Also, she has an amazing singing voice. So we'll see if she'll give us a little note tonight. We'll see if she wants to go there tonight. Also, a gift for creating realistic characters in her stories. So again, ladies and gentlemen, may I introduce to you Miss Karla Davis Luster. Give it up.
Thank you so much. I have to turn around. Who is that woman? Who is that he's talking about? I really, really appreciate you. Oh my goodness. And you have a lot of accolades yourself. So I'm just sitting here in awe of you. So
a little something, something. Not
so this is definitely a great opportunity, and I really appreciate it. And I'm very happy to be here tonight.
Well, thank you. Listen, let's just jump right into it.
Okay.
Let's talk a little bit about, because I know that you do a lot and believe in Black love, relationships, and the fact that I was looking at some stats, and 50% of marriages in the US end in divorce. 50%. And that's a lot, because of the fact that, what is the reasoning that people are going through divorces? And a lot of times we want to think it's money, but we have people of money status that don't stay married anymore. We can look at the Kanyes and the Kims, and Jay-Z and Beyonce are not divorced. So do not get mad at me and say that I said there was in a divorce. No, I did not. So y'all calm down. But the fact is, they have issues just like anyone else. So money does not always keep you together. So let me ask you that question. Why do you think that the divorce rate is so high now in our marriages?
I think my personal opinion, and it's merely my opinion, I think that we don't take the time to really get to know the person up front, know about the person, know everything about the one that you're going to be committing to, and suggesting that you're going to spend the rest of your life with them. Here's the biggie. What I will say is that you can't know another person or get to know another person without knowing yourself. I think it starts at home. It starts with self-love first, knowing yourself, knowing your likes, your dislikes, what you are looking for in a mate, being very, being very positive about it, and just like making some decisions on things that that you need in your life. Be able to communicate that up front to the person that's possibly going to spend the rest of their lives with you. Here's the deal. I don't think that people spend a whole lot of time doing that. I don't think that they spend a lot of time communicating their deal breakers and communicating the things that they like or dislike. They're so in like la la land and like probably in love with the fact of being married and in love with the fact of love that they
Mhm.
don't take the time to actually do the homework to get the right person, you know.
Get
And
the
I
right
think
person.
I really think that the percentage is even higher now during
Mm.
COVID. You know,
Right.
it's
Yeah.
higher during COVID. So
Yeah.
my personal opinion is the communication is not there up front. You need to get to know yourself first, and most people don't do that. To know how
Mhm.
to communicate to a person how to love you, and then therefore, you know, how they, you know, need to communicate that how to love them. So it's just a whole lot of stuff going on. But I think it's a lot of communication things.
And let's talk about that self-love. And that is again one of the biggest problems I think that we have. I have to direct a lot of things to the Black community because of the fact that I do a lot of study about our Black community and the reason of why we go through so many different things. The pandemic did, you were stuck with somebody for a whole year. So you had to learn, first off, who you were, your strengths, your weaknesses. And a lot of people did not realize that they could have been, I think they knew that they were in a bad relationship, an abusive relationship. But during this pandemic, you really had to fight the fight to know, I can't get out of this. How do I get out of this? Am I stuck in this? Because now you were really deep in it.
Hmm.
So therefore, I think the abuse rate went up. Like you said, the divorce rate went up. So how it's going through this pandemic, how do we get people to come back into loving themselves again? Because I think that's why we have so much crime going on and so much hatred's going on. That's why we have the Karens going on, because of the fact that we weren't able to express who, how, anything about who we were. So how do we now teach that back? Because we were supposed to take this pandemic to learn about ourselves, and a lot, I did. I took it like, okay, this is my time to self-reflect and do some things I really want to do. Some people didn't because I don't think they knew how to do it in the first place.
Exactly. Exactly. I would say to you, Derek, that first off is that when the pandemic hit, it took us off guard. Everybody was like, 2020. I heard so many things that people were going to do in 2020. I said, if I hear another 2020, whatever, it's like we had all these goals and all these aspirations and stuff like that. And there's nothing wrong with that. We should have
Right.
it. But, the pandemic swept in and just blew everything up, put us in the house. Put us in a space,
Mm-hmm.
a space with the person that we probably see in passing. I'm going to work, he goes to work, we come home, we may watch a little TV, or he may get home later, whatever else. The pandemic put us definitely in that spot all
Mm.
day long, every day for a long period of time. And so, even if you were like, like getting, like just settling for things that you didn't like about a person, when you're in the same space, the same time, all day, every day, it's gonna come out. So I think that really just I think anyone that made it through the pandemic in a relationship, that's to me that showed that they had something solid and they had something of substance. Now everyone struggled, like you said, the
Mm-hmm.
Jay-Z's and the Beyoncé's and everyone, be it with money, without money. Sometimes I think people with money struggle more than the ones that without,
Yeah.
because they don't know how to, I think, sometimes appreciate the things that they have because they can always get it. When you
Mm.
struggle to build something, when you struggle to get something, you appreciate it a little bit more if you had to work hard to get it, because you
Mm-hmm.
say, you know what, I had to work too hard to get that, to lose it. So I'm going to take care of it.
That's right.
That being said, I think you hit the nail on the head, and I talk about this in my book, and it's in the back of my book about self-reflection.
Mm.
Anytime there's a situation, circumstance, or whatever else that happens, I think that people tend to always point the finger. But where it should always start with you. You should always self reflect. What is it that I did to contribute to this situation or this circumstance that made it turn out to be the way that it is?
Mm.
What can I do better? How can I look at myself or learn how to be a better person myself? I think when we learn to uh, kind of put it back on us and make sure that we're doing everything that we brought to the table, and we can come to the table with a clean slate saying that, God, I know that I gave it all that I got,
Mm,
then I think, and that person is doing that, I think there's no way that you can't win, because you're
right.
both respecting each other, you're loving each other, and you're bringing those things that probably initially attracted to you back around, and you're respecting it and you're doing those things.
Listen, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a quick break. We're here with Karla Davis Luster. We're going to come back and we're going to talk about, listen, she said, Black love is the most powerful and the strongest love two people could ever have. We're going to come back and I want her to explain that so you guys, so we can understand what it truly means to be in Black love. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Talking with 3D. Get a snack and come right back.
Are you hungry? Oh. Maybe you should go into the kitchen and get yourself something to eat then, huh?
Christina!
Christina! Christina's gone. Your little tramp didn't leave any money to pay her, so she left. Just like your little slut. She packed all her things and some of yours and left. Come to think of it, she cleaned out your bank account, all of it. You tried to keep it from me, and she took it all. Huh?
And ladies and gentlemen, we are back. We're talking with 3D with my special guest, Karla Davis Luster is in the house, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to be talking about her book, The Woman Tells. We're going to be talking about it, what's in there, what you can expect. Before we left, I was talking about the quote that she says, Black love is the most powerful and the strongest love two people could ever have. Miss Davis, I was saying this to someone earlier, that as Black people, we do not understand our power, our gifts, and our talents. We have the ability to change laws. We have the ability to make changes. You know, we have the ability to shut down stores. We have the ability to open stores. We have so much power if we only knew how to channel it in a positive way. And love is one of those things that I think that we don't really realize that's, again, the power of Black love is so strong. So when you say that, what is it that we can get from that? Tell us what was going through your mind when you said Black love is the most powerful and the strongest love two people could ever have.
I just think, like you said, we are some of the most creative. We have the ability to, like change channels. I mean, just to do a whole lot of things. We've struggled, just to look at, and I say this I've said this on other shows. Our ancestral lineage is just so powerful and so deep, and the things that we've gone through, that we have worked through. I think when you get two people that is coming together, and I don't take anything away from the other races. I always like to throw that disclaimer out there. But I think that we are just like a chosen people. We have we're so deep, we're so, we have so much in us, and we just have natural talents. People have talents, but we just can naturally do something without effort, without thinking about it and stuff like that. And when you bring two people together that have like the same background, that same strength, and you put that together, and I think that we're some of the strongest people on this earth, and you got two of that combined together, man, you got some power there. And I always think that, when I see just a family, a Black family out eating dinner, and they have the children, they got the dad, they got the mom, and I'm like, look at this, we're doing it too.
We're doing it too. And I love when you say that, as Black people, we have so much talent. And a lot of people need to understand talent doesn't mean singing. It doesn't mean acting. talent is talent, whatever you put your hands on, being a creator and inventing things. There's so much talent out there. Anytime that we can take a song and make it, or something that someone said and make it into a song, make it into a dance. Anytime we take beans, greens, tomatoes, you name it, that song that people went crazy about and made it a big hit. That's talent. That's talent.
That's talent. That's talent.
Somebody put that together and it went viral. That's talent. And we need to know, we just need to know that about ourselves. If we get up every morning and speak our affirmations and know that we can do it, that's what the problem is. I love when you say Black love is based on several principles: respect, honor, loyalty, support, and code. Now explain that and code.
Like the code. Well, okay, you kind of know what all of the other ones are. That support, what it is to support someone, the loyalty, just being dedicated or whatever, respect, but that code, to me, code is like invisible, but it's there. It's a line you don't cross. It's not like it's a written rule or anything like that, but it's just, that's just a line. It's unspoken, it's invisible, but not to cross it. And you just don't break it. You just don't go against it. It's like I watch a lot of Chicago PD and all this kind of stuff. And, I watched one of the characters on there. There was a shooting on there, and I hate to bring up that kind of stuff, but, and it was done by a Caucasian cop. It was that whole scenario thing there. And when you started looking into what had happened, he was standing with all the cops and stuff like that. But when you got into what actually happened and how it happened and all of the different things in it, I was happy. He kind of stood back and he watched and he's like, you know what? I can't go along with this because,
right.
This is something, if I wasn't in these shoes or wearing this uniform, I could be that person. So I am not going to cross that line and go against that and just support something that's wrong, as opposed to standing for my heritage, my character, and stuff like that. You just don't cross it.
You just don't cross it.
Just don't cross it.
Because we do see a lot of times, and and again, ladies and gentlemen, again, we have this disclaimer. Let's just, put it out there again, that the reason that we're talking about Black love is because it's the fact that this is what we live. This is what we know. So it's not because of the fact that we're excluding any race. There is beautiful white love, Hispanic love, all kinds of love out there. But we're talking about what we live every day, which is Black love. And the fact that we want to put out there and explain to our heritage, our background, the fact that, Black love is powerful, it's beautiful. And then we need to teach our young children, we need to teach our young girls how beautiful that Black love is, regardless of what you may see in the household. It's beautiful. And we always have the opportunity to make change. So this is what it's good to have good dialogue and open dialogue about these things so that we can learn, so you can learn. Even if you're in a different background, you can learn also what we're talking about and how we feel. So I just want to put that out there, like, they ain't talking about this, they ain't saying this. Why y'all just talking about the Black people? The Black people, only people know how to love.
Anybody can love anybody. Let me tell you, my family is probably built up of the United Nations. Everyone's married to everybody. So,
right.
I have love for everybody.
That's right.
It's just, but you said one thing that's very key is that you can only speak about your reality and what you know and what you've learned. And if you're speaking about something that you don't have the knowledge or the facts behind, then to me, you're kind of speaking out of turn, because you can't really speak about something that you don't have the facts and the knowledge and the experience in. And that's the only thing that we're doing here, is just speaking our reality.
To speak in our reality, because it's real talk for real people. And that's what we do on Talking with 3D. That's what we do. Listen, with that said, we're going to take another quick commercial break, and then we are going to come back we're going to be talking about the book, The Woman Tells. So therefore, you don't go anywhere. Stay right there because you want to know where to get this book and everything. So again, thank you for tuning in to Talking with 3D with my guest, Karla Davis Luster. We'll be right back.
So did you win at football then?
Yeah, of course we did.
Well, because you're the best?
Yep.
Yeah, I thought so.
So, do you want a bit of fun before your parents get back?
Doing what?
You know, just a bit of fun.
No, let's just watch this.
Oh, come on. I'll tell everyone you're frigid.
Well, why would you do that?
Well, you basically are being now.
Well, no, not really, because we've already done it.
Yeah, but you said we would tonight. Then you dragged me over here and now you say it's not happening.
Let's just watch this, all right? I don't know when my mum's going to be
on.
back. No, I don't want
Oi.
to. No, I don't want to.
How about a cuddle?
What always happens at the end of a cuddle?
Well, who's that?
Nicole?
Oh, you and your mates.
What are you doing?
That's your fault, that.
I've only just got this.
Don't talk to me like that. And anyway,
Why are you talking to Nicole? You know I don't like her.
So I'm not even allowed friends now, I'm not.
Got arms, you mate.
Can we just let go of me? You really hate me.
look at you. You're pathetic.
Leave her alone.
Please, can you just let go of me, all right?
No, what are you doing?
I'll do it.
You're gonna have to put some work in to get me ready now. Well, go on then. Show me something.
And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Again, you are watching Talking with 3D. And I have the incredible Karla Davis Luster on my show today. Thank you again for being here. We have been talking about Black love. We've been talking about relationships. We've been just talking about just life in general. And we're going to get into talking about a book that she has authored. And I am so excited to dig into that. It's The Woman Tells. It's indeed a spicy, fantasizing read. It's available pre-sale, and it's already available on Amazon and also on Ms. Luster's website. So we'll give you information of where you can find the book and everything as well. So The Woman Tells. First off, let's talk about the title, The Woman Tells. Where did you come up with the title?
It's like I was sitting, I was talking to I think my daughter, and it was like I was trying to figure it out, and I was like, I'm gonna just go with. I just thought of it. It was like The Woman Tells. Now here's the downside to it that I find myself trying to explain to a lot of men, because when you read the title, The Woman Tells, you know, I get a lot of feedback with men saying, "Oh, that's just some chick book, you know, whatever. They're talking about men, you know, whatever else." I said, you are correct that I am talking about men. I'm talking about women as well in this book. And it's equally balanced. I don't like throw anybody under the bus. I just try to give a scenario on both sides where I think this is a great couples book where you can read it, both of you read it, and you can come back together and have a great relationship discussion about, what are you contributing to the relationship? So I promise you, men can read this book as well as women, but the title just came to me and I just named it The Woman Tells because the narration of the book is basically a woman narrating it. So I said The Woman Tells.
What can, and since you did say bring it up, what can a man reading the book, The Woman Tells, get out of it? Is it going to be more self-reflection about how to be in a relationship, how to be the man in the relationship? What can a man get out of The Woman Tells?
What a man can get out of what actually the lesson is is that I'm trying to teach in the book is for everybody. The man can get out of it that basically I said, things that you started off doing and things that you should know that your partner like, you have to continue doing those things. You can't neglect your relationship. You have to, and here's another thing I talk about, treat your relationship like a plant. You have various types of plants, all kind of plants. You got flower, whatever type of plant. You need to figure out what your relationship, what plant is your mate. Is your mate a cactus? Is your mate a whatever it is, and you need to figure that out. Is your mate someone that would need watering every day? Or is your mate someone that you can water them once a week and they'll be okay? But you need to know what makes your mate tick, and that's vice versa. The man needs to know what makes the woman tick, and the woman needs to know what the man ticks. So treat your relationship like a plant. You learn the watering schedule, and that's what you do. But keep in mind, if you don't water it at all, it's not going to flourish, and it's going to eventually die. So that's the issue. People never water it, and they let it die, and then they wonder what happened. You didn't water your plant.
Well, come on now. Listen, y'all. Y'all have to water the plant. Water the plant and know the watering schedule.
That's right.
Because when you don't know the watering schedule and you come in and you see that plant wilting and you just keep walking by and that plant don't have the strength, the plant don't look the same no more.
That's
right.
right.
The plant can't stand on its own because the plant is tipping over. You don't know your watering schedule. So, and like she said, this goes for both ways. This ain't a man thing. This ain't a woman thing. This is a man and a woman thing. You better know your water schedule. I love that. I'm gonna write that one down.
Better know your schedule. That's right.
Listen, this is real talk for real people. So let's get into this book, the spicy part of this book of The Woman Tells. Okay. Let's get into the spicy, juicy part of it.
Okay, well, the book basically, as you know, and some of you may have read it already, it's about a couple. They go through their thing, their struggle, and then they both decide to step out on the marriage. He gets a mistress and she gets a paramour, which is a French term for a male mistress. They do their thing, and they grow apart, and eventually, I don't want to give the book away, but eventually it's just a couple struggling and they make some bad decisions. And I try to bring it back around to show various scenarios, what could happen. Everything that I put in the book is kind of like, hypothetically speaking, this could happen. Hypothetically speaking, that could happen. But keep in mind, whatever happens, everyone that's in this relationship is bringing something to the table. Just make sure what you're bringing to the table is the right thing. And then you need to go back to, I go into self-reflection, I go into responsibility, and then my last chapter is called accountability. Everyone is accountable for what happens, be it good, bad, or indifferent, be it that you were boisterous or not, or didn't do anything, or you did, all of that equates to the final chapter of what happens in your relationship.
Wow. So where can we find the book?
I am so excited. I think when it was released in March. When I released it in March, you could only get it on ebook and paperback. Now it is available in hard copy. You can find it on Amazon, or you can get it on my website, which is www.thewomantells. Tells is TELLS.com. And I'm also connected with Ingram Sparks right now. I'm doing that, and probably within the next month, it'll be on Audible, where you can just, it's going to be actors, like talking it out, where you can drive in your car and listen to it and have the book that way. But you can get it at Amazon and on my website right now. Thank you.
So you guys have to get the book, The Woman Tells, and we're going to make sure that you have the information right here on Talking the 3D. We'll make sure that we put up the website and stuff so you can get this book. You have to get it, ladies and gentlemen, because this is a book that you must read. And again, it's for men and for women. So don't just think that this is just a women talking about men. It's about relationships. So if you are in a relationship, then this is the book for you to read, to understand about maybe the relationship that you're in. So you never know. So you're gonna find out some things about yourself, about who you're married to, who you're dating and everything. Read the book, The Woman Tells by Karla Davis Luster.
Thank you.
And again, let's get into, because something you just said that I want, it is the most toxic thing I think that we do is stepping out of the marriage. And a lot of times there's so many excuses of why the person stepped out on the marriage. Who had made them do it, and because of the fact of she don't do this, he don't do that. So I found somebody that's going to do it for me, but that step out person that they ran to is not really what they need. What can you say about that, stepping out of that marriage part? Because that,
That's in the book too. It's like, you did all this stepping out, and then while you're out there stepping, you found out that the person that you're stepping out there with got some stuff going on with them as well.
yes,
So
the step out person is more messed up than
the person that you with. So it's like you stepped out of, what did my mom say, out of the frying pan into the skillet. So,
yeah.
has it been over the history of life and mankind that someone is like stepped out of the marriage and they went out and made it work? I mean, I guess you'd be looking at it. I say this in the book, June Carter and what is that, Johnny Carson,
Right.
whatever it is. Those people. So that's kind of a one in a lifetime type thing. But it's like grass is not always green on the other side.
Mhm.
Here's what another thing that I talk about, and I have like some really wise mentors that I talk to. Basically everybody comes with a brand of stuff.
Mm.
What you need to do, and this is all the work up front, that communication that I talked about, spending that time knowing yourself, knowing what you want in a partner. Then you know what you want and what should happen.
Mhm.
Everybody is going to come with some stuff. And if you're communicating, you're going to learn what their stuff is. And you already should know what your stuff is. The thing of it is, you got to be able to say, is it a brand of stuff I can deal with? Because nobody's perfect. Nobody's God. So you're coming with some stuff. You
Right.
just need to do that self-reflection, do that self-homework, and figure it out and see what two things of stuff, his and yours, or whatever the relationship might be, because relationship and love is whatever you make it and whoever you choose it to be it,
Mhm.
a heterosexual, LGBTQ, or whatever it is. That's your thing.
Right.
I don't judge, that's you. But you need to know, I don't care what it is, that person is coming with some stuff. Make
Right.
sure that you can deal with that brand. Is what
Right. I think that a lot of people, it's like carrying your carry-on luggage. You carrying this carry-on luggage, you put all this crap in it that you really don't need. And then when you get to the airport and you got something in there that you're not supposed to have, then you get mad because people got to go through your bag and look at it. Now you mad because people got to look at your mess that you carrying on with you, and you mad that you don't put that mess up in the overhead, and you don't pull that mess down, and then you took it off that plane with you to go on to whatever your next place that you need to go. Then you take that mess with you, so you done been carrying mess around with you all 3-4 days, however long you gone, you carrying around this mess that you don't need.
You sure you didn't help me write this book? I think you wrote some of these chapters. You're saying, I mean, it's totally true what you're saying. Totally. I mean, I need to put that in the book. I mean, because you're saying what you're saying is so true. You're speaking truth. People just don't get it. You have to really, that self-reflection and knowing yourself, and knowing what you like and dislike. That's very important. It sounds like, oh, that ain't nothing. I know myself. I know this. I'm still at the age that I am. I'm over 50, and I'm like, I'm still learning things about myself that I like and dislike.
Right.
And I'm like, wow, I do like that. So it's a continuing graduation of learning yourself, and it's a process that continues on and on and on and on and on until we pass away.
Until we pass away. Listen, I've been married twice. I've been divorced twice. So I've been single since 2000. It is now 2021. So for 21 years, I have been single and have not been in a committed relationship. I could probably count on one hand how many dates I've been on. Now, why I've chosen to do that, I don't know. I really don't know. And I still try to, self-reflect of why I'm so afraid now to get back into a committed relationship. I don't know. I adopted 3 boys, and I think that with my the things that I do, and then the commitment to my children, that no longer is a priority to me. I don't think that I need that to feel validated, to feel like a man, to feel like, I'm alpha male, I'm head of the home. I feel like that regardless of having to be in a relationship. Now, is that healthy or not? I don't know. I'm still working through that process, probably working through some healing. I probably need to go lay on somebody's couch. I don't know.
We all do. We all do. But you
Oh,
know what? I gotta say to you that relationships may not be for everybody. I have
that's right.
some single friends that are very happy, very content.
Hmm.
They do what they want to do when they want to do it, how they want to do it, and
Hmm.
very content. And they're not looking for a relationship, and
Right.
they're secure with themselves. Sometimes people are in relationships and dependent on people because they're insecure and need somebody to feel whole.
Mm.
Back to that self-reflection, like you say you're doing. To me, you're whole, you're secure, you know
Hmm.
yourself, and you know what you want. I think if and should you decide that you want to be in a relationship, you will know. But at that
Yeah.
point, you're content, and there's nothing wrong with that. You're doing
Mm.
you.
Doing me.
You're doing you.
That's all I gotta say. Doing me.
Yes.
Being an author, being a wife, being a mother, what keeps you grounded? What keeps you strong in Black love? What makes Karla Davis Luster say that Black love is for me? It keeps me strong. I love it. And again, we all go through our ups and downs, and ain't none of our business of what you go through. But the fact, what keeps you saying that, you know what, Black love is powerful?
I think it's powerful in my life because I am one that I'm an affectionate, I'm a giver, I'm a sharer, I'm a soother. I'm always worried more about another person's well-being over myself. I will take the
Mhm.
backstage to, whomever that I love, be it friends, family, or whatever. Relationships is all form. We're not, not just with, like your intimate relationship.
Right.
But I think what keeps me grounded is that I just like the fact of all of those things sharing. And I mean, we go through, and I've had my ups and downs. This is my second marriage, and you know, it is what it is. But
Right.
it's like at the fact I like sharing with another person. But at this age and this stage of the game, I do know what I want. I know
Mhm.
me. I know what it takes to love me, and there lies, a lot of times when you're like that, and possibly your mate isn't. There lies the conflict. So
Mm.
that's where I'm at. It's just something I like the relationship portion because I like sharing with someone
Right. I
and
say
building.
this, I always say, listen, if I get married again, she has to come walking across water. And when she does that, that's the one for me. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take another quick break real quick, and we're going to be back real quick. We're going to talk some more with Karla Davis Luster. We're going to talk about what it is to be an author, how maybe if you are interested in writing a book and get some tips and everything for you to be an author and for you to write your first book, your second book, your third book. We want to keep you inspired because this is real talk for real people. You're watching Talking with 3D.
Penny is my daughter, and I'm gonna raise her properly. I don't care how you raised your kids.
Are you saying that I raised my kids wrong?
I'm saying this house is a bad influence on my daughter, and she may not come back in here no more.
This is my laundry.
That's right. It's your laundry. Take your laundry. And I wouldn't let Penny back in this house again. If your teeth was gone, your last name was Carter.
Goodbye, Mother Goose. Little lady who lives in a shoe. Got one child and don't know what to do.
And ladies and gentlemen, we are back with Karla Davis Luster. She is right here on Talking with 3D. Listen, when we were on a commercial break, we were talking about this, and we were just saying, and I just want to mention it, that sometimes, when, me talking about me not being in a relationship and how long it's been since I've been in a relationship, that sometimes, relationships may not be healthy for you at that time because the fact that what you are trying to do in your life, you don't want somebody to come snatch your dream. You don't want somebody not to not believe in what you're doing, have the same passion that you're doing, because sometimes that can be, we were saying a dream killer. So therefore, relationships is not always for everybody. So again, we're not telling you to now, oh, he's snatching my dream. Oh, she's not supporting what I do. I'm going to leave him. No, what we're saying is sometimes relationships are not for everybody. You have to know yourself. Know yourself first to know that, you know what, is this something that I will, if I'm not in the relationship, shall I get back into? Should I, if you're in a marriage and if you feel like something is not right, go to marriage counseling. Speak to somebody. If you're in the church, go to your pastor. Do all of that before you feel like, you know what, I have to end it. There's a lot of things to do to try to save your marriage and work on the marriage. But again, you have to be real and realistic about who you are first. Self-care and self-love. I am a big advocate on self-love because I love me some me.
I love you some you. And I gotta say, I love me some me too.
Yes.
You gotta, but that's very important. At the end of the day, you are responsible for your happiness. It's not the person you with. I mean, you should make each other happy.
Right.
But if that person is not making you happy, your happiness should not stop at that, because you should know what makes you happy,
Yes.
and know how to make yourself, because that person could, God could see fit to take your spouse away, that they pass away or something like that. So does your happiness forever end right there? Or do you have to keep going? You have to have that plan to keep going. You have to be self-motivated, you have to be self-sufficient, and you have to be, that person that can, like when nobody else is like pushing you, that you can get up and turn the motor on and do it yourself.
Do it yourself. I tell you, my ex-wife could not stand peanut butter and jelly. I am a peanut butter. I can eat anything peanut butter cookies, peanut butter, anything peanut butter I can eat. And something you just said just made me think, when our relationship ended, I realized I did not stop doing what I loved. I did more of what I loved. Now I can sit in front of the TV with a whole peanut butter jar and eat it with a spoon and be happy. And now I'm just like, now I can really do what I really love to do. And now I'm going to eat this peanut butter all day long.
Sometimes some of the relationships that you're in, it teaches you what you don't like, and
Yes.
it teaches you how to. It teaches you what you do like, because that you don't like. So it's just, it's all different kind of ways. Like I said, this book, it's like very hypothetical. It gets you. Basically, it's a thought starter. The basic bottom part of this book is that it gets you thinking about you, and hopefully it jars you to think about life in the real sense, life in reality, okay, and life beyond, the la la land and all that kind of stuff, and self-reflection. So,
Self-reflection.
Peanut butter, I love it.
Listen, tell everybody.
Did you like peanut butter cookies, the lunchroom cookies?
Oh my gosh.
The peanut butter lunchroom cookies.
Yes. But they had to be chewy. I didn't like the hard one. Yes. It had to be chewy and everything. I'll go over to I can't even think of the cookie store, but over here in Maryland, and I'm like, peanut butter cookies, please. Are they chewy? I need you to squeeze just one of them. Make sure it's chewy, because I got to have two.
Right there. We must be related or something, because that was me. I like the peanut butter cookies, and they had to be a little bit chewy. When they like crunchy, it
didn't have that same effect. And then it would upset me. I can't really get the peanut butter because you done made it hot. Now I'm upset.
Yeah, that's self-reflection, and we know within ourselves we like peanut butter cookies that a little bit of treat your relationship like that and do some self-reflection.
That's right.
Peanut butter cookies.
I'm going to send you a whole box of peanut butter cookies.
Okay, I'll eat them.
Look, I'm going to have to bring you back on the show. We're just going to have a peanut butter cookie discussion.
Yeah.
We're going to do that. Listen, tell everybody about being an author, and, let's just motivate people. I've written 2 books, and I just, again, love the fact how you can write down your thoughts. You can, it's a part of healing. And that, to me, it was a part of my healing, to be able to write these things down and become an open book, because at that time, you're letting people know things that have gone on in your life and how you feel, how your mind works and everything. So becoming an author for you, what was that like?
To me, honestly, it has become, I shall say, um, it's kind of like a relaxation tool for me. It's like
Mhm.
writing, it's like I lose myself in it. And, if I like to have like a little bit of soft music playing, maybe a little bit of jazz or whatever. I love Janae Aiko.
Mm,
And then, just get my thoughts to roll in and just get in the mood. It's a very soothing thing for me.
mhm.
Now, as being an author, I mean, it sounds, really like glamorous and stuff like that, but it does take a lot of organization. It
Yes.
takes dedication, time management, because you can, just get off on a tangent. You got a million things going on if you're like myself, and from what I hear and can see with you, Mr. Dixon, that you have a lot going on, and you have to really. I had to schedule myself time to finish my book. It's like I'm going to write between 5 and 8 or 5 and 9. So I had to be very organized. And
Mhm.
I think that the biggest thing is that you got to have a passion for it. It sounds
Yes.
glamorous and stuff like that. Oh, I'm going to be an author, Yeah, but there's some work involved in here. You got
Mm,
to have a passion, and the topic that you write on, you need to really, make sure that you are well versed in it, and that it's something that you are passionate about and something that you like to do, not
yes.
just, oh, it's just think of, oh, that sounds like a good idea and just jump into it, because you'll find yourself never finishing your book.
Right.
It's a dedication type thing.
It's dedication. It's like Miss Davis Lester is saying, it's a lot of work, but you have to believe in it. You have to
Mhm.
trust it. And the title means everything. When you think of that title, you have to stay committed to it. You got to stay committed to that story, because
Mhm.
if you moving around and everything, it doesn't. People are reading it, it doesn't make sense.
Mhm.
So believe in what you are writing. Believe in your title. Believe in everything about it. But first off, believe in yourself, because once you believe in yourself, everything it'll flow.
That's
Time
right.
management, as you're saying, that has to be a big part of it as well. So
Mhm.
listen, we are about to run out of time. I truly, truly have been so happy, honored to have you on Talking with 3D. And again, tell everybody where they can get A Woman Tales.
Thank you. Once again, I just like to take this really quick time to say thank you for the opportunity, and you are amazing. Thank you for being such a great host. You can get the book at Amazon, and my website. My website is www.thewomantells, TELLS, not TALES,
Mhm.
.com, and you can purchase it from there or Amazon in paperback, ebook, or hard copy. And look for the future in about a month and a half. It should be on Audible. Also, I am with Ingram Sparks. I think a lot of bookstores buy directly from Ingram Sparks. So if there are any bookstores looking to, stock their shelves with it, I hope you do. You can go through Ingram Sparks, and you can follow me. If you just type in The Woman Tells or Karla Davis Luster, that's my IG, that's my Facebook, that's my Twitter, that's my YouTube. You will find me.
She is my new friend, and I'm just so excited to have Karla Davis Luster as my new friend.
I
So there.
am. Thank you, my friend Derek Durrell Dixon.
So listen, ladies and gentlemen, please make sure that you go out, order the book, The Woman Tells, make sure that you get it and enjoy it and everything. And hopefully that you'll learn something from it about relationships and just Black love altogether. So again, thank you so much. I appreciate you being on the show, and I look forward to many more adventures with you. Also, I wanted to tell you this. I'm waiting for the movie to come out, The Woman Tells.
I did I hear some of your accolades that you've done some acting?
Yes,
So I think you
yes.
do well as one of those characters.
Oh, hey,
So,
you just got to tell
that's
me. That's what you got to tell me. That's all you got to do. When you need me to be there, everything. I'm ready.
so I got my fingers crossed. I've had a few conversations, but we'll see what comes of it, and I am
Okay.
praying and hoping. And the sequel, I have started writing that already. So hopefully next year you guys will see that as well. But I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Exclusive. You got the exclusive right here today on Talking with 3D. We got the sequel and a movie in the make. Come on now, watch for it. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in to Talking with 3D. I am Derek Darrell Dixon, and always remember, real talk is for real people. You guys, we'll see you next week right here on the IOM Network Television. Have a good night. Thank you.
Autism is not one story, but many stories that span a spectrum. Each child, teen, and adult with autism has different skills and challenges. For some, autism means sensitivity to sound and touch. Others struggle to communicate, and others have exceptional abilities or talents to share. April is World Autism Month. Join Autism Speaks Light It Up Blue campaign and show understanding and acceptance for everyone with autism wherever they fall on the spectrum. Light your home or business blue. Host an autism-friendly event. For those affected by autism, this is personal.
My brother has autism, and for us, seeing all of the blue lights really makes us feel like our family gets bigger.
I am on the autism